The scenes look at Beth and Paul. Hi everyone!
Hey everyone, welcome to Shed Show Talk.
I'm Beth.
And I'm Paul.
And this is Shed Show Talk. We're not in the shed, which is where the show started, the shed of our hearts and minds. But we are here to celebrate with you, our viewers, because we've just passed 10,000 views and subs. Not 10,000 views, we're over 3 million views. But we just passed 10,000 subs and we're super excited. So we wanted to celebrate with a live show, talk about some of the stories that are really interesting to us, and thank you because you guys made this possible. So thank you. Any thoughts, Paul?
Lots of thoughts, but I'm not sure whether you'd want to hear them or not.
Oh, what's that?
Well, you know, there's so many things going on,
Yeah.
and what we did is we've queued up a load of stories.
We sure do.
For this edition, and as you can see, we're on 10,003 subs.
What?
What?
We get excited, and I don't know if people know this, but we wanted to have a show that was a conversation. And to see a conversation grow, to have 10,000 people saying we want to be a part of your conversation is really exciting, and it's an honor. It is.
Yeah, thank you. And we've made so many friends as well whilst doing this.
Some of them are now our moderators. We've got
Yeah.
Shed Show Talkers. We have a couple of channels who want to sponsor our exclusive event as well. Or not exclusive events. What do you call that? Exclusive content.
Yeah.
So things are really shaping up.
Which is great and very surprising as well for us. So, first of all, I'm going to open up the chat so we can actually see if anybody's talking
anybody's
to us.
online with us yet.
Right.
Our live shows haven't been spectacular in terms of viewers, but we really like doing them because we do like having conversations with people.
Hey to Doug and Norberto and Christine. Hey, Christine.
Hey, Christine. Nice
Real
to
life
see you.
friend there.
Yeah, absolutely.
Perfect, which is great. So yeah, we're really excited.
Christine was there that one time you were trying to call a UFO, remember?
I do.
Yeah, and nothing came.
Nothing
It
came.
was a huge group of people and nothing came, but Christine was there for that. So hello, Christine. Thanks for your support. Love that.
Yeah, absolutely. 27 of you guys now with us. Hey.
Hey.
There we go.
So maybe I have an idea before we talk about, we've got like a whole bunch of little video clips and stuff that we wanted to talk about, but I've got a question. What has been one of your favorite moments recently about Shed Show Talk?
I really think that all of the sightings the viewers are actually sending to us, which are unique to Shed Show Talk, and I think that for me, what's incredible is that if I don't get back to people, they follow up on me because it's really important to them. So you know, we have one guy, Jason. Hey Jason, I told you that we'd talk about your sighting, and here's a picture of his sighting, and this was with a heat map filter, and you can actually see here there's a trail behind this
is that a heat
object.
trail, do you think, since this is a heat map?
I would say that absolutely this is a heat map, and here's a picture without
is there a picture
without that on. So there you can just see right there. Here is the UFO, and he'd obviously had an experience with this, and it was a big enough experience for him to record it. He pulled out his phone, recorded it, and this is what he'd seen.
I have an interesting observation about that heat map filter that he did. The object obviously has the brighter heat, so whatever trail is behind it is cooled or cooler than the object itself.
Yeah.
So is that air displacement, do you think? Is that
what
do you think's going on there?
I'm not entirely sure. Let's play his video. Here's Jason's video, everyone. It's very difficult to see.
Well, isn't that the case with most UFO sightings, though? It's very hard to capture on a camera.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah, very, very difficult. But obviously on these stills here, this is in the video. I've confirmed that is in the video. You can see it there.
So if people want to see you do a deeper review on this, where can they find that?
So right now, right here, is where you're going to find that on the live show.
There's a song with that lyric. Right here, right now. There is no other place.
Oh, okay. I was thinking of somebody else.
Oh.
Rockefeller.
Oh.
I don't know.
Okay.
But yeah, so I think that's a really interesting sighting. Obviously, he'd seen it experienced it, pulled out his camera to record it, and in the video you can hear him say that the camera isn't. It's not great. And whose phone cameras are great? Let's face it.
Well, it's not just the camera, because the camera can be exceptional. There's something that UFOs have. Some say it's cloaking, some say, various reasons for it. But the naked eye sees it differently than the camera eye. And I find that really curious.
Yeah, it's interesting. I mean, also people ask, are there any clear UFO sightings out there? Most people are walking around with their mobile phone. And you go and try and record a plane or something like that, it's never going to be as clear as what you can see it, because the technology that we're carrying in our pockets just isn't the same as a human eye. But there are clear sightings out there, aren't there? And we actually looked at some of these sightings. So check this one out, guys. This is from a plane window. Look at this.
It was tweeted to me because take a look at the color of this light UFO orb. There's that light blue again.
Okay, so that is as clear as can be in terms of video footage of a UFO, and I think that this is really close to this aircraft, and it's very, 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 very clear. You can see it comes up from the clouds there, and then moves along.
If you look at the size of that cloud, that object is also quite large.
It is, yeah. It absolutely is.
Do you think it's blinking, or is that reflection from the sun?
It could be either. And again, I'd really have to kind of zoom in on that and find out another really mysterious video that's appeared online. Is this one right here. Now, this was tweeted out by...
Actually, this was sent to me on Twitter. You guys, we're on Twitter a lot, so you can forward us stuff. But this reminded me of a HARP video that I did because of the shape of the holes in the clouds. But note that light blue orb again, that UFO type color going around the circles. And so, my first thought when I saw this is, man, those clouds look like the HARP experiment. And I know there was a bunch of dialogue sent to me after I posted that HARP video about how HARP technologies have increased, and some think there's over 70 or 80 different modern versions of HARP. So it's possible this could be a technology that is being built to shape the atmosphere, which is going to be used to terraform Mars and the moon and potentially other planets. But there's also the obvious thing is, do you think it's man-made, or do you think that it could be of foreign origin? What do you think?
Yeah, I mean, again, it's incredible footage, and I'm not quite sure what this is. What's really interesting is there isn't just one circle here, but there's two, and the circle on the right looks more defined than the circle on the left, and maybe a little bit slightly smaller. I want to read some of the comments, as this is our 10K live show right here. What do you think?
Oh, I love it. Read them out, yeah.
Okay, so Craig writes out, wow, Beth and Paul in the bedroom, saucy. Thanks, Craig.
Yeah.
Another personal friend. Doug, congrats, guys. Glad you got 10,000. We can't believe it, can we?
It's exciting. I mean, we've been waiting for this. We've been texting each other as the number goes up. Quite excited.
Let's have a look at some more of these comments. I'm just going to come off that video. Oh, yeah, that's... Wow. We'll come back to that. We'll come back to that.
A sidebar. We have so many videos.
Yeah, absolutely. So, let's have a look here. Hi guys, love to all. Yeah, we definitely share the love. I mean,
and we feel it and appreciate it.
We really do. Yeah, absolutely. Hamilton, congrats guys, very well deserved.
Oh, Hamilton has had some great comments.
Yes.
I featured Hamilton. I think you have too.
Yeah.
We're not sure who you are, but we definitely say hi, and we're really happy to have you as part of our conversation.
Yeah, we really love it actually, guys. All the comments and everything that you put on the channel, because it inspires us to not only make more content and create more videos and really research into things. Obviously, I specialize in the UFO side and stuff more, where Beth looks more into the mystic and what's going on in the news and modern current technology. And I think that's a really good fit for the channel.
It's a great fit for the channel, and also because I think there's a cross-section there. We don't know what's behind the UFOs. They're unidentified. We also don't know about the nature of the universe and what's going to happen. So I really believe that the mystics and the scientists and the phenomenologists are all going to come together, and there's actually going to be this whole blend of topics. So I really think our videos actually work well together. you know,
really well.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I learned things. You just did a video on the fire in Jerusalem, like, and I researched into it, and I think, you know, I should read.
That blew your mind. You should read what you texted me about that.
You know, at first, because I am the ultimate skeptic, believe it or not, and the reason why I'm interested in UFOs is because of my own sighting, and actually, there's one of the reasons in this room. I got all my dogs in here, guys, because I'm keeping them all together right now. And so if they start barking or anything like that, I'm going to put them on camera in a bit because they're kind of cool. And I'm actually surprised that they haven't jumped up because one of them's really quite camera. She likes to steal the camera. But I'll introduce you guys to...
So are you saying that the dogs are the reason you do UFO sightings?
Well, it was because I was walking my dog and I'd actually read an article this week on UFO sightings and how they've increased, and the majority of UFO sightings take place when people are either having a cigarette or walking the dog.
That's the only time people are outside.
Outside!
That's the problem. Actually, that's one of the reasons they think that Canadians have so many sightings, or Northerners. It's because of summer camping and things like that when people are out looking at the skies.
Which makes perfect sense. And what I want to tell you guys that don't have animals, that don't go outside for a cigarette, just start going outside, have a cup of tea or a cup of coffee, whatever, and go outside and look up, because the amount of things that are flying around our skies that you just can't constitute as being a drone or anything other than that is really high, and it's about keeping your eyes to the sky. And I'm going to come back to the comments because this is more about you guys and the channels than about us, but it's so true. So
well, they're a part of us. That's kind of how I see them.
Yeah,
right. You're part of our conversation, and we know your names. We know people who comment frequently. I just dropped my phone. Thank you.
There you go.
and we celebrate that. We talk about the comments, and of course, you know, we think that you're part of us, and so we're growing in how we do our videos. I know Megan Whispers.
Yes,
was giving us some helpful suggestions, more so me, because my audio issues were terrible. And we've really come a long way in terms of our audio, our video, our editing, and we're learning because we read your comments, right? So.
Oh, absolutely. There's no doubt. So I have my phone here, and this is the message. So Beth puts up this video on this fire in Jerusalem. And I am the skeptic. And guys, stay with us because we've actually got loads of cutscenes, videos of stuff that you won't have seen before, UFOs like the one that we've just shown there. So we're just going to go into it, roll this as long as we want to roll it, and then I'm going to come back to the comments here. So Beth releases this video on this holy fire. There's no...
I don't know what else to call it. That's its nickname, but it's called holy fire for the reasons that people believe it's an entity inside the fire or an energy source that they deem as holy. It's actually celebrated.
So I start researching into this fire, and first of all I say I think the fire's a fraud, sadly, with a sad face. And then I get no reply, and I'm researching into it more and more, and then I'm like, hold on a minute. I look into it. The authorities check the religious guys before they go into this place to light the fire, and I'm like, maybe not. Wow, I actually don't know. Fascinating, I reply. Still doing more research, and then the message comes, I'd like to go.
Yeah.
Now
I'd like to go see this fire in person too.
Yeah,
like we would love to go and investigate it. It's something on our bucket list for sure. Because imagine coming in contact with something that's been around as a phenomena or a miracle or paranormal, supernatural, whatever language you're using, but it's been around for 1,600 years, and it happens on a regular cycle. And I asked the question to our audience, do you think there's a portal in the tomb of Jesus where this energy comes out of? Because you're right, when you looked at all the articles, there have been people trying to defraud it for, you know, centuries. And some people think they can. And I was thinking about this on my drive recently, and I thought, well, there's people who can create, obviously, a flame that doesn't burn. Just because a phenomena has a physical property does not discount it as a phenomena. Right?
Well,
because
these guys
clearly,
are checked out before they go in there. They're checked by the local authorities to make sure that this isn't a fraud.
Yeah, that they're not hiding anything, you know, there's no lighters inside their robes and things like that.
So then I text Beth, if it's true, it's amazing. If it's fake, Oh, maybe I shouldn't read that.
No, don't read that part.
If it's fake, it will move me further away from religion. Something along those lines.
Didn't know that was possible, but yes.
Well, hey, you know, like I am very, very physical in terms of I want the proof, I want to see it.
Yeah.
You know, I know absolutely we're being visited by UFOs, but where the hell are these guys? Why can't they come and sit right next to us here on the bed behind us, and then we can just solve this mystery once and for all?
And this is where we differ, because Paul is seeking a level of contact that I've already had. So for me, we have different appetites for what we're looking to prove, which is why our show is a conversation.
But I won't accept contact unless it's with you guys. That's where I sit.
Yeah.
If I come and I tell you, I won't even tell you. If I've had contact with grey aliens or reptilians and I can't prove it to you guys, I'm not even going to tell you. But one thing is interesting that I tried to set up for the 10,000 show was a lie detector test on my own UFO sighting, which is really what got me into the subject, where, you know, these orbs were headed towards a plane. I thought they were fighter jets at first, and there was probably 5 to 6 of these. It was 2009, and they headed towards the passenger jet plane. They get there, and now I know that these aren't fighter jets. I think they're missiles. And as they come behind the plane, I'm like, oh my god, what the hell is...
You're expecting to see this
to
plane
see an
shot
impact.
down.
Yeah, I'm expecting to see an impact. And these things just rotate around the plane. And I'm all just with my dog. So yeah, that's why I'm interested in it. And I think if you haven't seen Beth's video on the fire, that you probably should, which is a really important thing if it happens. Let's do some more comments.
I love that.
Congrats guys, very well done. Hamilton Skywatch, thank you. Doug, next time bring tacos, they will come. Juice is needed. Our live shows are always low on watches. I think it's just the YouTube algorithm. It doesn't tell people or whatever.
Yeah,
greetings.
typically...
Oh,
actually,
look at this.
Oh.
Greetings from Cape Canaveral / Kennedy Space Center.
Oh,
hey,
hi,
William.
That's neat.
Greetings back to you.
Please send us some videos from the skies out there. There's always lots of activities around rocket launch sites. Absolutely, that would be great. You probably have stories yourself too.
Doug, I live upstate New York, where I've been getting some new sightings. Absolutely. Sightings are... And
actually, this segues to something we are working on, a long-term project. We want to have a website where you guys can send us your videos and disclosures. It's just going to take a good amount of setup, because we want something that's secure to protect privacy. And I know we had somebody saying they had a disclosure in Antarctica that they thought was very high profile and secure, and they wanted to send it to us, but they had lots of requirements for security. And we're a young channel, we're going to get there, so stay tuned. We're working on it. But in the meantime, send it to us at shedshowtalk@gmail.com.
Absolutely. Okay, let's see here. I've seen a UFO. This is
Love Day Babe?
Yeah, Love Day Babe. I've seen a UFO. That was enough for the powers that be.
Yeah.
Send 2 jets to look at it that set off a sonic boom over Bath in the UK.
Oh, I'd love to see that. We were just looking at a sonic boom just before this.
Yeah,
a visual sonic boom, and it created what looked like a cloud skirt around the back of the jet.
Hi guys, you think these crazy lights have a connection to this December 17th dragon sign in the stars?
There's been some discussion about astronomy and astrology and the intelligence of the universe, and those are videos I can't wait to get into, but I feel like our audience needs to grow a little bit more so I can get more of that information out there.
Kevin Longman, another personal. Hey Kevin, how's it going? He's going to buy us some more tinfoil hats and congratulates us.
Is it going to match the tinfoil hat he wears?
I think while he's in the padded room.
Maybe.
No, hey Kevin, haven't seen you for a bit. Although we were right in the same place and just missed each other completely.
Oh really?
Because he was in his pajamas.
Ooh.
All right.
And his tinfoil hat and some Canadian
tinfoil hat.
flannel pajamas. Yeah.
Bella 1313, evening Beth and Paul and all. So Bella says hi to all of you guys watching and that are gonna watch this. Patty Simmons, really happy for you guys. Congrats. Thank you, Patty.
It's exciting.
Peter exactly Carr. Lol, you Brits gave us the Excalibur story.
Oh, yeah. Well,
Is that a true story?
Oh, there's discussion about Excalibur being a true story. Interestingly enough, King Arthur is allegedly a Welshman, and his tomb
from Wales. How is he from Wales?
He's from Wales.
What was that?
That's my aunt. One of my aunts.
Come on, do it again.
No.
Yep.
No.
Yeah.
No.
You can rewind that and watch it.
I have some relatives that they sing. Hi, Elizabeth. Yeah.
Pat Simmons again. I have 3 dogs, 6 cats, and not even the cats want to be outside anymore. That's interesting. I mean, there's certainly a lot of
cats are very receptive to things because we have a disclosure involving cats, and it's actually on our screen. It's the one with the red dots. Cats can see in different wavelengths of light, and in that one video I did about people injecting themselves with gene-altering DNA sequences, there's somebody who's attempting to remove a gene in his DNA so that he can see in UV light spectrum. So that was in that video about super weapons, I think, with Slaughterbots, the one that YouTube decided was a bit too risque.
Yeah, I mean, we've had YouTube kind of limit the views on some of our more controversial videos, so you should probably look through the list
for some of those
clicks
and
with
emails.
The lower ones.
Yeah.
But while we're on the subject of cats, Patty, let me see if I can. They look. It's like the dogs know we're on a live show.
Yeah, so they're sleeping.
So they're sleeping, but let's see if I can get one up here. Hey, Paige.
I can't wait to watch how you're going to do this with the camera and audio.
Oh no,
I'm gonna
get this. I'm gonna get this. Paige, come on up here. And I have loads of videos, guys, and I will get to them. But you know, if you want to stay with us, that's cool. If you don't,
we've got some news stories. But first up, furry friends.
Friends.
People,
come on, Paige.
You know
come
what?
On.
We're pet.
There she is. Look at that. Come here, Paige. Come here. Say hi to everyone. This is Paige, everyone. Hi.
She is the spotlight stealer. You see
yeah,
her.
She is. She's a great dog. So there we go. Are you gonna look over there? She's a bit camera shy right now.
Yeah, she's getting a chin scratch.
So that's Paige, everyone. This is one of my puppies. So she's and I have a dad as well, but he can't jump on the bed anymore because he's too old.
Her dad, not his dad. Her dad. Yeah.
Her dad.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She's looking at me. She's like, "Hey, can I do this a little longer?"
Yeah, there we go.
Oh, this reminds me of a video I wanted to work on. Have you ever heard of the winds that hit a small church in northern Canada in a Iqaluit area?
No.
Did you hear about that? They caught a recording of a wind coming in. When the power was shut off, the recording equipment kept going and recorded what is described as a supernatural or paranormal wind.
Oh wow!
And in that circumstances, like children, pets, everyone just had this sense of awe and quiet. And for some reason, Paige just reminded me of that story.
Look, she brought me her ball. I went out and then we did.
Oh my!
Oh, let's get the other one going.
I don't know if everybody wants to see your squeaky balls.
Hey. Oh, there you go, Paige.
Ooh, bazinga.
Yeah, that's really nice. All right. Okay, moving
You're
on.
Blushing.
Should we show another video?
Yeah, Paul's blushing. Did I embarrass you on
Where
camera?
would you like to go next? Should we cover this topic?
Yeah, let's take a look at the apocalyptic wildfires in Los Angeles. There's been discussions that what is causing the weather systems around the world. Some think it's a solar flare. There was one you found that was big enough to take out our planet. Other people think it's HAARP. Other people think it's global warming. But the fires in California are definitely, some would describe as apocalyptic.
Yes.
Do you have that clip?
I do. We'll roll the clip right now. This is the wildfire video. Look at this.
And this was sent to Twitter as well. You guys, probably the fastest way to reach us is on Twitter.
Just look at that, guys. I mean, It's incredible. This is the wildfires now that people are being evacuated from, and it's just like a scene that you would expect out of the Bible. Like it's like hell. It really is. I mean, it's a crazy scene right now.
So what do you think is causing all this phenomena? You've got the hurricanes down the East Coast just a few months ago. You've got crazy fires throughout Canada, all the way down through the U.S. Volcanic activity. My friends are in Bali. They regularly send me photos of that volcano. There's a couple other volcanoes rumbling. So we've had this discussion. We've talked about the conspiracy theories and what our viewers are saying, but I want to know, Paul, what you think is causing all of this weather phenomena.
I think that we have. I mean, it's so easy now to get information. You turn on your TV, you know what's happening right now. Back in the day, we didn't have this, and I think that what is so scary is that if there's a murder in LA, we know about it in London the next moment. If there's
so you don't think it's anything exceptional?
I don't think it's anything exceptional. I think that we have used so much fire prevention over the time, and there's so much brush now and combustible stuff because we protected these areas from fires. Like back in the day, the natives used to go out and they'd set fires to prevent bad fires. And all of that brush, because of all of the fire prevention, has just built up, and now it was just like a combustible fireball.
So you think the fires are not connected to the hurricanes, the increase in volcanic activity? You don't think there's some kind of global phenomena going on with that?
I think that no more than what there has been in the past. I mean, we can go back to the Jurassic period to see a much more active planet
I haven't been
Earth.
around then. I can't speak to that.
Well, no, I get you, but really a much more active planet Earth in the Jurassic period, a much more moist, heated, and just...
Well, there's been volatile periods.
Yeah.
I just mean in our recent human history.
Well, it's certainly
this
interesting.
year seems to have a spike in activity.
It does. Absolutely. And I think that it's one of those things.
Do our viewers have any comments? What do they think is causing this phenomena?
I don't know. What do you guys think? Do you think that the Earth... here we go. The Koi says, I think the Earth's trying to essentially kill off a flu, a.k.a. humans.
Oh, snap.
Well, here's the thing. The line... I don't know. I'm not sure.
I really wondered about that massive solar flare. There was a solar flare that was a planet killer that came out, was that last year? And it disrupted all the telecom systems around the planet. And I think what happens is when there's those massive flares that it can start a change in the wind cycle, which causes a change in the storm cycle, which, potentially there could be a ripple effect from a mega flare.
Benny Loco.
Benny Loco.
Hey Benny, another one that has become a friend, and we've shared.
And she has her own channel too.
Yeah, Benny has her own channel, and she's a moderator here on Shed Show Talk. It's great to see you too, Benny, and I watch all your videos, and it's so nice. And she sent us
some great lyrics for a song.
And her channel is growing great as well.
Oh yeah, it's growing leaps and bounds. Check her out.
Yeah, absolutely. Okay, some more comments. We're seeing a few countries, blah, blah, blah. Hold on. This is from Patty. Doug, we're seeing a few countries apart. We might be seeing the same thing as they're traveling.
Here's a question I know some people have asked before. What would you do if right now you encountered an intelligence? It wasn't a being in terms of it didn't have, hands, legs, things like that, but it was an intelligence. You could feel it, sense it. It was communicating with you. So let's say a light being, an orb, being. I know a friend of yours had an orb sighting not long ago.
Yeah.
What would you do with that? Would you call that a disclosure experience?
I think for every one that is caught on camera, that there is hundreds more that are not.
Yeah, but that's not the question.
No,
the question
I know.
Would it be disclosure?
No.
I'm trying to get a good answer out of him.
Yeah, no. For me, disclosure is an alien sat next to us having an interview. It's contact.
So like a Hollywood-esque type alien? Does it have to be something with arms, legs, digits, a mouth, the ability to speak English in order for it to be an alien? Because this is a discussion we're having because we're trying to determine what disclosure is.
Well, for me, communication is, it's you point, you understand, you know, this is universal for I'm not a threat. You know, for us, for an animal, you know, an extension, like it would have to be communication. I mean, for me, and as you guys subscribe and as the channel grows, as we know it will do in the
already grown while we sat here.
It has, yeah. Hopefully our message gets out, and that message is that we want contact and we're ready for it. So there are much more popular channels on YouTube that have been long established. Somebody just mentioned one, Secure Team 10.
Yeah, he's over
Tyler,
a million.
Over a million,
yeah.
Hitting thousands of subscribers every day. I think if we ever got to that point, what we'd really want to do is use the channel to try and reach out that contact and to create a movement with Shed Show Talk to reach for contact. And I really just want that eureka moment where we have that alien sat next to us, we make contact, and it's away from the corruption of our major governments and world leaders. And really that's being exposed to a huge extent that, you know, all of these parties and all of the corruptions, and we as individuals sit here while these guys are defrauding our tax system. Oh, look at that, I have a warning on my computer. Defrauding the tax systems for their own benefits with the release of the Paradise Papers. And these guys are just getting rich off our hard work. And I think that if I was an alien looking down, I wouldn't want to be making contact with these guys either. Who would? So I think, you know, if we're going to actually get true disclosure, that it's going to be through somebody like us or Ty or another channel where they actually want to make contact with people that want to make, or life forms, hi Paige, that want to make contact to them. Yeah, that's Paige wagging her tail. So I think that, you know, that's disclosure for me.
Sorry, I was just reading Doug's comment that he thinks the planet is going tits up.
Well, you know, and again, I don't think that the planet is going tits up. Like, I have a positive view right now. Look at the Second World War. It was rife. There was millions and millions of people that died, and killing was indiscriminate. Right now, we have the rule of law, at least in our countries, in most of our countries, that are protecting that. You know, I'm sat in a home with my front door open. Please walk in, aliens. You know.
You see, I think disclosure's already happened because I interview so many people who have had contact and disclosure. So we're trying to find a new word to describe what we're looking for. And Paul and I were talking about it, and he wants a level of disclosure that is something that he can share with you via camera. So his goal for disclosure isn't discounting your personal experiences. It's actually to say, we want to get an interview, or primarily you do, right? You want an interview on camera, which is the other reason why he wants a lie detector test, is he wants the physical proof to say, I had this experience and this is what I saw. I have a different need to prove or not prove, because I believe beings have been encountering humans since human history has started, and there's a lot of them. And actually, I'm wondering, can you pull up the red dot photos? We got something from a viewer, and I'm going to do a video on it and hopefully an interview when we have a chance.
This one here?
Yeah. So I'm only going to go into it a little bit, but if you notice, there's a red dot on this man's face on both sides, and on the picture you'll see 3 red finger marks on his arm. He received this after having an encounter in his sleep. And it started with one of those falling dreams, and it woke him up. It startled him. His cats were spooked. He's had hearing ringing in his ears ever since. He's had other encounters as well, and so he's a skeptic. And I'll go into it in more detail. In bless you.
The water went down the wrong way.
Water in the hole. Okay. Anyhow, so. with what you're seeing right now, this is a viewer submission from our community at Shed Show Talk, and he wants this investigated to understand what's happened to him, because he
Look
said,
at those marks on his arm.
Yeah, and he questioned, could that have been mine during his sleep? Did I press my arm? Did I? And so I'll go through that in the video. We're going to do some analysis of this, But notice the red dots on either side of his head. They're not on his temple. They're actually on the cranial bone. If let's see if our viewers have any feedback as to what they think that might be, Paul.
Yeah, absolutely. And again, I'm not discrediting that contact is happening. I believe that contact is happening. I believe that we are being visited. And I do believe that they are either from another dimension, another universe, or solar system even, and that they've traveled here, they've found a way to travel here. Or the last explanation that I'd give for it is that these are actually time travelers.
Yeah, which is another form of contact. So I believe disclosures happened. Before I get into that, though, because that's a hot topic in our community, people get really quite, what's the word? Engaged when it comes to discussing whether or not aliens are angels and demons. But let's see on the comments if anybody has any ideas about the red dots. Anything?
Nothing.
Nothing.
But there's
that's okay.
We haven't got a lot of people watching right now, and again, I don't know why. I don't know why YouTube Live just doesn't take, and I never see when people are live either. I mean,
it doesn't. Yeah, there's a lot of challenges right now in terms of us getting our channel out there. You'll notice some fluctuations in our views. Suddenly we'll have videos with 10, 20, 30,000 views, or some of them in the millions, and then we'll put out a video and it'll get 300 views. It's just not cycling the
We're
same
just
way.
going to keep putting it out. Make sure that you hit the little bell so you know when we put videos out. And we're just going to keep telling the stories as we find it. And we are going to start traveling across the world to some of these sites and investigate directly with them. But we're not going to investigate from the dramatic side. If we get there and there's nothing there, there's nothing there.
It's the conversation. It's about we're normal people wanting to have conversations with other people about their experiences of things that are more than normal and try to understand what's going on. Benny Loco had put a comment there.
We must be aware of false flags.
Yeah, that's a common discussion right now. I know Dr. Stephen Greer and others have been talking about false flags, and there was a recent false flag anomaly. Actually, that MK Ultra drug. One of our partner channels is the Outer Lighter, Esoteric Ed, and he does some videos on MK Ultra, but it's a drug that can actually remove a person's free will. And so there are a lot of things that could, Paul and I talk about it. We're still certified organic human beings, but within 10 years, that might be just like our grocery stores. You've got certified organic, and then you have this genetically modified food. And I kind of wonder, never mind false flags, what's going to happen if humanity isn't humanity in 10 years? How will that shape how we interact when disclosure happens on a massive scale, or if there is an encounter with other beings? Just some deep thoughts.
Should we move on to some of the other stories that we've got? What would you like to move? One of my,
do one of your UFO ones, because there's a good listing there.
Well, there's the wildfire. I went over. I mean, that's just a great...
there's the black MUFON case there.
Okay, yeah. Okay, we're gonna let you watch this next video and check this out, guys.
UFO. Got one. Where the hell is it? There it is. That's not a balloon. That's not a droid. Or drawing, whatever. Damn it. And it's not moving around, that's just my hand being unsteady.
Alright, so there we go. Look at that thing. I mean, let me pause that right here. And let's just go back and have a look. There it is.
So this is part of a series of videos that people have uploaded to MUFON about these black sphere-like objects in the sky. And this is pretty incredible footage.
I think that's great footage. And he says in the video that it's not it shaking around, that it's his hand.
Yeah, he says it's actually flying in sort of a straight line.
Yeah, I mean, there's just a part here, and it's so clear. I'm just trying to get that little part up.
Oh.
That's it right there. Look at that. Let me put my my clipboard onto this.
Your whiteboard?
My whiteboard. All right, here we go. Look at this thing right here. It almost looks like a TIE fighter here. It looks like it's got like a like you would see in Star Wars or something like that. It's like that kind of shape.
Oh, neat.
But I think that, you know, it would be interesting to actually look at that one off camera and use some of the video editing software and check it out a little bit closer.
So that could be a future video that they could look forward to.
Yeah, absolutely. Hey,
oh,
what
this
is
one.
this?
Okay.
You cute,
yes.
you line that. What is this?
Okay.
So this on the left is the picture of Nuremberg from
Is it the 1500s?
1566.
I have
think
it on
was.
the Googles here.
Oh, you do? On the Googles.
On the Googles. I picked that up, I think, from a George W. and it made me laugh once, so I've always used it. Let's see.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's like 1566 or 1666 or something like that.
We'll have to take a look. But the picture on the right is something, again, it was sent to me on Twitter. And I saw this photo and somebody asked, do you know what this is? And my answer is no, I actually don't know what it is, but I know what it reminded me of. It reminded me of the painting of the 1561 Nuremberg event. And you can see that picture on the left. That's historically believed to be one of a mass UFO sighting involving different types of orbs and light spectrums as well as possible UFOs themselves. But when I took a look at the sun, I had the question, is this a filter? Is this a camera filter? Is this some kind of refraction or dispersion? What is going on with this? I have no answers for it, and frankly, I'd love to get a specialist who volunteers with Shed Show Talk to help us with some of these photos. But in this case, it reminded me of Nuremberg. What do you think?
Yeah, certainly from the picture of the sun. Obviously, it's missing the other things. I mean, they said that Nuremberg event in 1561 was like an episode of Star Wars, or that's what people in modern day, had they have had that in modern day, that's what they would have said this thing was.
Yeah, and I think when we think about how people convey what they see, we understand that our eyes have limited sight, but like Benny Loco says, that's the same thing. I happen to believe that if I were to caricature that, if I were alive at a time where I felt that
well, you couldn't catch it on camera.
You couldn't catch it on camera. How else would you draw that? I mean, and this type of drawing of suns has been around for a long time, but this is the first time I've seen a photo where I thought, oh my, I wonder if this is what they were actually seeing.
Lots of interesting things going on. What's this picture that you put
Oh, yeah. So they've been finding all of these underground cities and caves, and I've done a few videos on these, but this is Montreal.
About this. I read this.
This
yeah,
is
I read
under
this.
Montreal. And so they found the cave. They know a glacier caused it. They don't know how deep and how long it goes, but there is actual water under there. They got as low as an aquifer. But what's happening is, if you look at the Longyou caves, I probably didn't say that correctly, in China, they were actually carved by hand. What's happening is they have all these satellites around the world, and they can penetrate the ground and find more lost civilizations, more archaeological finds and things like that. So I think we're going to find out more and more about our human history that will challenge our understanding of history, which is kind of happening with, you know, History Channel's Ancient Aliens and things like that. Mm-hmm. But people for a long time have said there's more to our society than we think.
Peter, that was in Quebec.
Yeah, Canada.
In Canada, in Quebec, and I actually read an article on that they'd found these caverns. They didn't even know they were there.
Yeah, and some people wonder if, you know, all those trumpet sounds around the world that people are hearing, the groanings, the moanings, they're wondering if something's happening in sort of this international cave system around the world. But if we don't locate the caves, how can we know if that's one of the possibilities? But again, these are all things that we're going to talk about in various videos, and yeah.
More than anything, this was about coming on and saying thank you for subscribing, and you know, we really appreciate it, because we're going to try and actually use every subscription for a movement towards good, to get this secret out, to look into things that just aren't normal. Like, there's a lot that goes on that's not normal. There's you know, is the paranormal. I'm absolutely open to the fact. I can't tell you or prove to you from my own experience that there is, but I can, and this is why I will take this lie detector test as soon as somebody gets back to us with a polygraph company. There's 2 now I've contacted in our local area that haven't come back. I will get this polygraph done, and I will prove to you through my own truth that what I saw was an event. And I think that for me, you know, is my disclosure. That's my disclosure. You know, we know disclosures happened. I agree with you with that. We want contact,
and we want the conversation to keep going, because we have fun and we talk about these things all the time. When you guys send us stuff, we chat about it. We're trying to understand, and we're pretty passionate about investigating and having inspiration and asking big questions and looking at the universe as big and beautiful and wondering how it all works. And we have different perspectives, which is how it's such an interesting conversation. So I did get a text from somebody asking us if we would want to do a bit of a challenge for 10,000 subs, something funny, something dorky. We'll talk about it. But let us know in the comments. Send us a note if you think that's something, if you'd want to see more personal stuff from Paul and I. Because pretty much, I mean, we both obviously work full time, and we're trying to do 1 video each per week, which can sometimes be hard just with life. But we love this. We'd love to do more shows. But you know, would they want to see us do something silly? I don't know. I guess we have 1 viewer who said yes, 1 sub. Are there any comments? I could dye your hair.
No.
No?
No.
How about the slapping challenge?
I think what I'm going to do for the 10,000 subs is I'm going to make a documentary. And I think the title of the documentary will be "Where Are the Greys?"
Like in your hair, or the...
I don't have any greys. I already dyed this. Far too young to have grey hairs yet, but I'm sure that I'm going to grow old with all of you guys on YouTube.
Yeah, and you do great documentaries, so I love his documentaries. And so shall we sign off?
A mukbang.
What is a mukbang?
I don't know. What's a mukbang, Benny Loco?
Do we want to know? Is it child friendly?
I'm not sure. The devil is beating his wife.
Oh, interesting. I didn't know that. Pajama party at the UFO site. You know what I do want? I do want a new logo.
I nearly went up to the landing site last week.
Did you?
Yeah, I'm going to go up to that landing pad. Not because I think aliens are going to land there. Yeah, I think I'm going to go up to that landing pad. And we should go up. It's so close to us.
Yeah.
It's in St. Paul.
There's a great one in Nova Scotia, too. Nova Scotia's on our bucket list. Seeing the holy fires. There's lots of places. What did he say?
Need to dress up like in the movie Spies Like Us. I thought it said spikes then.
No,
spikes. I kind of have spikes. I'm like, spikes like us? It's been a long day.
It has been.
I want to show a video before we sign off.
Okay.
This was a viewer submitted video. I actually pinned it to the back of a back of a video, so nobody's really seen this. Okay. It's a security camera in the UK. I've trimmed it off. This was sent in from David. Hi to David if you're watching this now or later. And we're going to re-upload this as well because it always does better than our live shows, right? So,
well, it was a popular tweet when I told people we're going to take some of the YouTube videos we've done that have been kind of targeted by that new algorithm and reload them. It's a popular tweet.
Yeah, absolutely. All right, let's check this out. This is from David over in the UK. I've been speaking with him on email again today. And it's literally a cut of me going through it. And then what I actually find in this video as I'm putting it up is I find all these mysterious lights and this thing is flying towards. So check this video out, guys, and we'll be back with you after it just to say hi and bye. Okay, I'm going to move on to another sighting. This came in from a viewer. It is absolutely unique here to Shed Show Talk. It's from David. It's of a capture on his security cameras. what is going on in this video? There's so much happening in this video that David sent to us. So first of all, we have what I assume is maybe a plane right here, just heading across the skyline. And of course, this footage comes out of the UK. It's amazing footage that David sent in of his security camera capturing this. And then after that goes by, you see, and I'm going to stop it right on one right here, you see these lights just all over the place flashing in the sky. I'm going to zoom in on this one right here. There we go. See that? So that is that's actually coming from this region right here of the sky. Let me redraw my little arrow. I'm pretty bad on my whiteboard. There. Okay, and these lights just keep on flashing and flashing in the sky. And then towards the end of the video that David had sent in to me, we have this other craft. There it is. Look at, what is this thing? What do you guys think this is? I mean, it has no flashing lights on it. These are solid lights that are going across the screen right here. What do you guys think this is? Like, I have absolutely no clue what this thing could possibly be. And again, I'm going to rezoom in on it on the screen. What is that? It's clearly flying across the sky. Absolutely fantastic footage, and we see a lot of these on security cameras. Again, let's just go a little bit back before where this enters into the frame. Okay, let's hit play. Look at this thing. Here it comes. No flashing lights. Perfect triangle. Those lights on it seem like they're attached. And as it actually passes, I just spotted another flash. As it actually passes these other lights in that area of the sky where you can just see all these lights flashing. Let's go slow here. There, look at that. You can see right above it, right here, this right here, come on. And then there's another one. Look, just to the right of its wing here on this footage on the security camera, there's definitely something going on in the skies here. Wait for it. Okay, and there's one just right over its right light that comes on. There's one. There's another. Oh, and then one just over its left wing. Let's see if I can really just slow this down right here. Okay. You can see all of these things that are going on in this footage. I've really slowed it down. This is from the start, so we need to go a little bit further on here. I love doing these things on the fly with you, literally. So here it is in slow motion going across the sky. This video is slowed down to 10% of the original speed, and you can see all of those other areas. Let's zoom in on the area in the sky that it's in right now so we can get a clearer view of what is going on across the area of the sky where this craft is passing by. Let's check this out. There we go. Okay, and it's going across the sky. Look at all those lights flashing. There's another, I want to say there's like another triangle of lights here that have appeared as it's heading towards them. Is this thing getting communication from whatever's there? And I know David's gonna love this, that I've broken down his footage like this. And there's that light off to the right that's actually flashing, and then boom, look at that, we got it right there on slow motion as it enters this section of the sky. Another light, a really bright light, just for literally a fraction of a second here. There, look at this, we got it right here. This light appears right above whatever this craft is. Just insane footage. Thank you, David, for sending this in to us here at Shed Show Talk. And it's so nice to be able to break down this footage. And you can see these lights just appearing all over the sky as I've zoomed in closer to this video footage. And it's so exciting for me to get this footage off you guys, because this is real video footage right here of what you are seeing in the sky. It's not what NASA's seen or what's been caught on on video. These are UFOs in our neighborhood reported by people like me and you. And this is what I want Shed Show Talk to be when we're talking about UFO sightings, is stuff that you've seen, stuff that's going on in your backyard. And this is amazing footage. A real big thank you to David for sharing this footage with us. Again, I love this. All right, so
Woo!
what's going on here?
We're being dorks. We wanted to do something celebratory to say, you know, something fun for our 10,000, and we realized we had nothing prepared. So Paul got a flashlight so we could shed light. It's Shed Show Talk.
That's terrible. just for the record, that's terrible.
We look like a retro music video with the floating heads.
Yeah, kind of, right?
Oh. Anyhow, we appreciate you guys loads, and we'll see you next time.
Yeah, thank you very much for the 10,000 subs, guys. You honor us so much, and we'll be re-uploading this. I think you'll see it afterwards, but we're going to upload the whole thing. This is our thank you to you guys and for putting up with us.
Yes, and now the floating heads say goodbye.
Goodbye, everybody. Thank you.
And now the time has come.
Uh-oh. I'm definitely cutting this off.
No.
No. What?
Turn it off. I thought we were on.
Oh! No, we weren't
Okay,
off.
now the light's on you.